Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts. I wanted to talk with you guys about Coppa and YouTube and the big changes coming to the platform and literally a month away, pretty much a month from now, January 1st, 2020, and it's going to be a game changer, a big change for YouTube, and hopefully it doesn't affect my channel. I'm pretty sure it won't, but I don't know. So you guys probably have heard about this, probably seen other people's videos because a lot of people are talking about this, and I'm kind of late on the bandwagon here, but it's pretty insane shit. So here's the gist of it. I'll link at the very top description to FTC, who's enforcing this, and how they went after YouTube for basically not complying and, you know, actually understanding what Coppa is, and YouTube just kind of going, they kind of ignored it in a sense. But here's the gist. So the FTC went after YouTube because essentially ads, when you see in front of videos, the way they're kind of placed is based off your search history and what you search up online, basically, and they're tailored to you. Well, the problem is kids under the age of 13, when they're online doing stuff, they're being tracked as everybody else, as adults, people and kids, they're teenagers, 13 above, and they're being given ads based off of their search history and what they've been searching online. And they're not supposed to do that. And YouTube was just doing this. So Coppa went after them, paid like, I think, $170 million. And now there's this new thing in place. Every single content creator, every single YouTuber has to place, either at an audience level or a channel level, their intended audience. For kids or not for kids. And that's at an audience level, like across the board, or each individual video you choose. But if you said audience level, then you're pretty much saying your entire channel is one thing or the other. I set mine as not for kids. Clearly. But there's a gray area. When this first was announced, and there was this YouTube video that YouTube made and they put out there, this woman came on and talking. She's being very vague about what is and is not for kids. Like, look, here's some guidelines. Here's some things you should think about and look at about, is your content for kids or not? And it was very vague. Now, since then, the FTC has then updated their site saying it's not necessarily for kids and not for kids, adults basically. There is a middle ground where general audiences, mixed audiences, where your content can be seen as for adults and kids. That some kids may see it, but they're not necessarily the targeted audience. Now, why is this scaring people? Is because if the FTC finds that even though you set your channel as not for kids, if they deem a video or a number of videos deemed and marketed and basically made for kids, and you set your channel as not for kids, then they will go after you. Because if you have ads placed on those videos, and if you're saying not for kids, but then they're still getting ads because they're watching your videos and you're tailored towards them when you're not supposed to be, then you'll get fined a huge amount of money. Now, people are throwing around $42,000 per video. It says in the actual text up to, and it depends on revenue, how much money you earn from that video, blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of factors. But it seems that YouTube is in constant communication with the FTC, and the FTC is still looking at things. They're trying to figure this out. It's scaring me a little bit because, you know, I react to a variety of stuff on the channel, but when I think of my content, I don't think of my content as I'm tailoring and talking to kids. I'm talking to people around my age, people a little bit younger, whether they're in high school or college, stuff like that. Because in order to make a YouTube channel, you have to be 13 or above. So my intended audience is technically teenagers, young adults, and I have people in their 30s and 40s who watch my channel too. And that's fine. I've had some comments from people saying, me and my son, or me and my other brothers, or whatever. I've seen people commenting saying that, you know, me and so-and-so watched this video, and it implies that a family or a part of a family watched a video of mine or something. And I'm thinking, okay, if there was a third option to pick for an audience, like mixed, where it's a variety, adults and teenagers or whatever, or some kids may see this, because I guarantee you, some kids have probably seen my videos. But when I look at my analytics, the majority of my viewers are in the age of 13 to 17, 18 to 24, those brackets, and then 20s to 30s, 40s, whatever. Those are the majority. So it is a little scary. Some people have jokes saying, well, just curse in your videos. It's not really going to help. Put a disclaimer. It's not really going to help. But I'm hopeful that YouTube will figure this out and they'll have a better explanation and a better description of what is and is not for kids. I'm 99.9% sure I'm going to be okay, just because I don't sit here and do toy reviews. I don't sit here and talk about like little kid shows. Some people might argue the point, well, you've reacted to Avatar: The Last Airbender and you are currently reacting to Legend of Korra. Both shows were on Nickelodeon. If you really think about the fan base and those two specific shows, they're really marketed and tailored towards families, because the complexities of the characters and the storylines they did in both those shows are above little kids. But it can be argued as intended for kids. But I don't think there's any like young kids watching my reactions to Avatar and Korra. I doubt it. But you never know. But I feel like in general, I should be fine. I've seen a lot of people talking about this. It is scary, but we're learning more and more information, it seems, daily, or every couple of days something else will come out. But YouTube says that they're in constant communication with the FTC to figure out a better plan. Because here's the thing. YouTube is a business. YouTube needs to make money. And if a lot of their creators walk and don't upload content anymore, and they're done, and they move and they switch platforms because of this situation, which it seems a number are, then they're not going to be earning as much money. And they're going to lose money, and that's a big no-no. So I'm not saying they have to ignore, because they can't ignore the FTC again. They can't ignore Coppa, however you pronounce it. They need to have a better system to where if they believe your video is in violation of Coppa, then there needs to be some appeals and talking back and forth before you get to the whole point of, we're going to fine you because you are breaking Coppa law. You're breaking the act. You're not actually working for it. Because the whole idea of this is to make sure that kids are not being tracked, and make sure that kids are not seeing ads and being tracked online or whatever. The whole point is to protect them. But some people argued the point, well, parents should be looking and making sure their kids are not getting online and doing that kind of stuff. The thing is, there's no winning here. So fingers crossed, everything will be fine, but I'm not 100% sure. But it's pretty scary shit. So, but I'm curious to know, what do you guys think of this? Do you think this is because a lot of people say it's the end of YouTube, but I'm curious to know, what do you think of this? Do you think there's gonna be any major changes from now until then, when it actually is supposed to roll out with this whole new regulations, new rules? What do you guys think? I'm curious to know your thoughts, and let me know in the comment section below, guys. I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.